It's a pleasure to be with all of you this evening. As mentioned, my name is Abrar Omeish. I'm running for Fairfax County School Board at large. And I want to make the connection tonight between local politics, what's going on, election day, and what we are talking about right here. When we talk about the Palestinian issue, and it affects us deeply, and families are affected, and we know how important it is to us. These are conversations that start in the classrooms that our children begin attending. These are the conversations in the history textbooks that they're reading, that they're learning from a world history teacher every day. When they open a textbook, and we have this, recently in Loudoun County, as you all know, when they read Muslims, terrorists, Middle East, Palestine. Maybe that word not even mentioned in the book, right? These are things we have to be paying attention to on the local level right here. When a teacher in Texas is fired from her job because she believes in PBS, these are things that impact students on a daily basis. They impact our staff, our teachers, and they control the narrative, right? And so ultimately, why do we find ourselves in a situation today when it's so difficult to speak up on Palestine, or when there aren't many allies in power? Because the narrative was controlled many years before, right? From the classroom, the assumptions were made. The facts were told in a particular way. So I'm running for school board, and there are so many different reasons and so many things that impact the Muslim community in relation to this, but I really want to wake up our community. Because I will tell you folks, wallahi, I have been every day, non-stop, going to places, and the Arabs are worse than every other Muslim, but Muslims in general, we're not awake. Wallahi, our voter turnout rates are low. It's a shame. Because we're here tonight, we're upset, we're worried about all these things, we complain, we love talking politics at the dinner table, but it doesn't go much further than that. And I implore you, there are folks, Delegate Rahim that was here, who are out there doing really tough things. And it's not easy on this battlefield, but we need the Muslim community to turn out. Because when we turn out, we're numbers, we're money, we're votes, and that means power, and that's how we end up having a voice. Because they understand that they need to listen to us. I cannot tell you, so alhamdulillah, because of the support of some folks in this community, we made it past the endorsement election, which is it's like a primary, and we won that part. And wallahi, I cannot tell you how many times people talk about, one second, I'm telling you, how many times people talk about the Muslim power. Oh, Abrar's got a community. Abrar's going to bring in all these people for the Democrats. Why? Because they saw us show up. And that meant something. And now when they make decisions, there's a change. There's a difference. So, but this is just big, even before baby steps. This is level 0. We're not there yet. I'm just giving you an example of how some of you in this room made a difference, but how we need to continue doing that and the impact of doing that. So when a Muslim sits on an elected office and says something, that's taken seriously because people know there's a community behind that person, and there's weight to that talk. And when Chief Mandela mentioned what? Mobilizing. We need to do that right here. Fairfax County, Northern Virginia, it starts locally, folks. When we stand as witnesses before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for justice on this earth, as He commands us in the Quran, right? Where does that start? We can talk national level, but it's right here in our communities, next door. And we're going to be accountable for that. So, Imam Shari, please, what do you want to say? Oh. So, why am I here? I'll shed some light real quick, and then I know I need to get off the stage. So, the Fairfax County School Board manages, who knows how much money? 3 million? All right, what's another guess? $1 billion? Oh, okay. Let me hear some guesses. 5 million? All right, what else? All right, how about we change that M to a B? The Fairfax County School Board manages $3 billion. That's just one school board in Northern Virginia. That is over half of the Fairfax County budget. Okay, we're talking big money, and this gets funneled. The school board entirely makes the decisions on this. These are just examples, again, power of us needing to be involved. So who can tell me what election day is? All right, not bad. November 5th, okay? I want to hear it. When is it? Okay, so for all of you who didn't donate, I bid, this is a way we can express our voice, right? This is a way where we can start a change. And if I make it, I'll only be one of 12. That's not even a starting point yet, right? But inshallah, with continued conversations, we can mobilize our community to start talking about the textbooks and talking about the teachers and what they're talking about in the classroom. And when a child is bullied or harassed or called a terrorist, because that happened to my own brothers in public school, that's when we can actually make a change because they know the power that stands behind our electeds. So begin that November 5th, I'm counting on all of you, no excuses. If you're not registered to vote, if you know folks in your family, your neighbors, we are all responsible. I want each person to walk out of here, 10 people. You gotta think of 10 people. You're gonna make sure you're gonna show up on the poll on election day as well. Okay? We have this thing to say, friends don't let friends not vote. Okay? So, but in all seriousness, the deadline to register is coming up. If you know anyone in the community that's a citizen or above 18 that's not registered, you guys, I need you to do this. I'll be outside, I have flyers and all that stuff you need. Talk to me, be in touch, we're really accessible. And last point, for those who think it's too big to understand, I know a lot of this policy and what's going on and $3 billion, where does it go? It's complicated. One of the things our campaign is really trying to do is break it down for the community. So if you follow my page, everybody like our page so that you remember to vote and all that. We really try to break it down in a simple way for your, high schooler, middle schooler can understand what's going on in the school board, why does it matter, what are the issues, let's break it down. This week we're going to talk about mental health, last time we talked about the budget, and we're going to continue doing this. So anyway, may Allah bless all of you, inshallah, this is a start for our community. Don't forget, November 5th, are we fired up? We're ready to go! Alright, let's do November 5th, everybody.
Thank you very much, Sister Abrar. Just to be clear, American Muslims for Palestine is a 501c3. We do not endorse any political candidates. Anyone who asks to have a platform, we allow them to. So thank you very much, and everyone please make sure November 5th to go out and vote for whoever you choose. Before we move on, inshallah, I unfortunately have to give you all some very bad news. Brother Mark Lamont Hill was not able to attend tonight. Unfortunately, due to some unforeseen circumstances, he was not able to catch his flight to here. But inshallah, we look forward to seeing him again and seeing you all again soon. American Muslims for Palestine needs all the support it can get, and we're glad to have you all tonight. Before we get going for the night, I'd like to also point out Brother Dr. Khalid Al-Gindi's book is outside. If you guys are interested, please see him and purchase a book tonight. Before we get going, I'd like to give some shout-outs. Shout out to Dr. Osama for helping set up this event and making sure we were all out here. Thank you